Well, hello there everyone. My name is Eva and today we are going to discuss about another editorial which has been published in the Hindu newspaper. Trust me when I say this, but I have done rigorous amount of research on this particular topic because in the past 4 to 5 days the newspaper has been bombarded with articles related to this topic. So indeed this topic is very important. It's about the Delimitation Bill which has been recently introduced and proposed by the National Democratic Alliance led government in a very recent parliamentary committee which took place very recently. So this Delimitation Bill has been introduced for the speedy implementation of the Women Reservation Act, which was passed in 2023. Obviously, everybody knows about it. That is the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhinayam, which provides 33% reservation to women all across India in Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. So, how exactly is this Delimitation Bill going to help in speedy implementation of Women Reservation Act? And what exactly is it? What are its provisions? So basically the Delimitation Bill proposes for the revision of the boundaries of constituencies all across India in different states on the basis of population, and subsequently there would be reallocation of Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly seats to each state in India. For example, if Odisha has large number of population, then obviously the constituencies in Odisha will be more and subsequently Lok Sabha seats would be given more to Odisha. So that means the more number of population a state has, the more constituencies it will have and the more Lok Sabha seats will be allocated to that particular state. Yes. So there are mixed reactions based on this Delimitation Bill. Some say that it's a great initiative taken by the government, whereas some people are there who think that the government is using the Reservation Act as just a weapon for spreading their, evil tactics. So how exactly does it help in women reservation? Let's take an example. 33% of 100 people is more or 33% of 50 people is more? Obviously 33% of 100 people. So the more number of seats, the more representation women get all across India. That's the basic fundamental of this bill. So let's talk about the past of this Delimitation Bill. What is its history in India? So the Article 170 and Article 82 of the Constitution requires every single state to revise the number of constituencies and the boundaries of the constituencies after every single census that takes place. So delimitation is not just a new exercise which has been merely produced by the government. No, it is something that is legally already mentioned in the constitution itself. And the first delimitation exercise was conducted in 1950 and 1951 with the consultation of parliamentary advisory committees all across different states. And the thing is that the first delimitation exercise in 1950 was, you can say, it was incomplete. Why? Because at that time in 1951, census was about to take place. So basically, the delimitation would have to be taken place by taking information about the population from the census in 1951. But the thing is that the exercise was hurried up and there was so immediately for emergency purpose there was a rough estimation of the population which was produced by the census officer. So there was no reference taken from the 1951 census reports. Why? Because general elections were ahead at that period of time. So there was a rough allocation of constituencies all across states. But indeed after the 1951 census was taken place, there was another delimitation exercise. And subsequently in 1961 and 1971, there were two more delimitation exercises that were taken place in India. So after that, what happened in 1971, there was a large break over there. Why is that so? In 1971, what happened is there was a freeze put on delimitation exercise till 2001 census. Why? Because the Indira Gandhi led government at that period of time encouraged population control all across India. So this was to prevent the states that were successful in curbing the population growth from getting disadvantaged in terms of parliamentary representation for having lower population figures. That means if a state has less amount of population, then obviously they will be allocated less Lok Sabha seat. So to prevent that from happening, the Delimitation Bill was paused. And in 2001, what happened? Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led government decided to freeze the number of Lok Sabha seats and state legislative assembly seats at that time. And that time what happened, there was, I mean, increase in internal immigration. People were immigrating from states to states in search of livelihood and employment opportunities. So that is why there was a high need for revision of the constituencies of different states. So at that time, the boundaries were revised, the number of constituencies were revised. However, the number of Lok Sabha seats and the number of state legislative assembly seats remained constant. They didn't change. And what happened? There was another bill which was passed in 2001, that is the 83rd Amendment Bill, which basically proposed that the next delimitation exercise will happen in 2026. So there was a huge gap between 2001 and 2026. So that is the reason why the National Democratic Alliance government is now introducing again the delimitation exercise. So there was a huge gap. People thought that within 25 years, India would manage to stabilize its population control. I mean, India will manage to stabilize its extreme population growth. But the irony is that our country in 2026 is the country having the largest population in the world. So there was a huge gap, and indeed, now the government is proposing to again start the delimitation exercise, and the information about the population would be taken from the 2011 census. Now, many are opposing it, and it's also true because under pressure of family planning and under pressure of population control, this bill was passed to put a pause on the delimitation exercise. And now, when it's again, reintroduced, the fact that we are going to refer to the 2011 census report, which is a 15-year-old 15-year-old report, that sounds very weird because the thing is that we aim in developing our country. But on the other hand, at the same time, we are trying to refer to the 2011 census. So there is no guarantee that if delimitation exercise will be conducted based on the 2011 census reports, then there is no assurance to us that there will be a proper ratio of seats to the population. That means the ratio would be disproportionate. So therefore, I think that the mixed reaction is very evident, and specifically the southern states, they're completely against this delimitation exercise. Why? Because southern states in India have successfully managed to control their population to a maximum extent. So now they think that they will be allocated less seats, and that is the reason why they are completely against the delimitation bill. And moreover, the southern states are waiting for the next census to happen so that the next delimitation exercise can be conducted. So I also personally believe that the government shouldn't pass it so quickly in a so hurried manner. It should wait for the next census to happen so that after that easily the delimitation exercise can be conducted. So that's it. That's it for today, and it was also an editorial which was placed in The Hindu. It is not my opinion. It's just a simple information that is given, and I was just merely presenting it in front of you all. So see you again next time.